Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are going to take a look at some more of these Diamond Selects. We have got Gambit, our little Cajun card dealer. Now, I am very back and forth with these Diamond Selects, like the few that I've seen, and they're very hit and miss for me. I love the display stands that these guys come with. For the most part, some of them come with some really dumb ones, but this one looks like he comes with a cool one. He looks like a solid figure and everything, and it looks like I'm gonna have a few gripes with him. My biggest issue right now is that looking at him, he is supposed to be a special collector edition action figure, and he doesn't look terrible. He does not look terrible. And outside of the box, I'm hoping some of my little gripes I'm already having go away. But let's get him out of the box, see what he looks like. And right out of the box, we have our figure right here. The thing I do like about these is that they usually don't have them zip tied all up in there to hell, and that's awesome. It looks like we've got a little clip around his wrist over here, and one twisty thing here, and one on each of these weapon effects here. And across the ankles here, right there. And then the backing has a display, and the display I think is going to be pretty cool, and I'm hoping it lives up to that. Let's pull him out. Alright, and there we have him out of the box. We can see that we've got all these different card effects, some spare hands, his bow staff, this nice little display. I really like this display. My only issue with it is that it's a little bit on the small side. Perfect for just one figure and everything, but my main gripe with it will be, let's wait for it to turn around, flip this back over, because it got flipped. There we go. Adjust here. Now my main gripe is there's not anything to connect more, because like on the back of the box it will show you that you got some other X-Men with similar stands. It'd be really cool if, like, you know, collect them all, build a room, you know. That would be a major sell point on my end, at least. We'll get to the figure in a minute. Let's check out some of these accessories. Now, I really like what they did with this here. I am not entirely sure how they expect us to really set that up, though. I mean, is he supposed to have his alternate hand here and just like that? That doesn't really hold it. I'm not sure how he's supposed to hold these, is my biggest thing. I feel like one of his hands should have like a peg hole or something. This is interesting. Cool accessory, but it looks like there's not a way for him to really utilize it, because these hands are not going to grip that. And I don't know if this is packaging error or what, but this hand is this hand. They are the exact same hand. Not sure why they give you two of them. Interesting. And this one's just an open face hand for his closed hand. Now, moving on to some of my issues. This is my biggest issue here. Right now. He does not actually hold anything that well. None of his accessories he comes with can he actually like hold with a grip. It's mainly just you're gonna rest it on his hand whichever way that you can. Honestly, that's how it's gonna go. But the bow staff, pretty sweet. It came pretty straight, which is awesome, because a lot of times you get something like this because these are kind of cheap, flimsy little accessory pieces. A lot of times they come bent. This one came pretty damn straight, and that is a bonus, because it's always a pain in the ass when you get one that's all bent and you gotta try some way to bend it back to place. these card accessories, I really like the purple, like the translucentness to it, and then how it goes into these, like, let's see, can we, there we go, the translucent flames. The only thing I don't like is this like kind of red wax around the cards themselves. I feel like they tried doing something and didn't quite hit the mark, because it came off looking like a wax sealed envelope more than anything else. It didn't give you that, like, you know, Gambit card effect that they really wanted to go for with it. Like, so outside of those like edges on those cards, I think this is a really great accessory. I feel like these should have been much more translucent and everything, because they're really solid. See if we can, it just throws the whole thing off for me personally. It might not bother you as much, but that's one of my nitpicks on it. I love these cards. This translucent like effect really plays into like his powers very well. If only he could hold things better. Now for the size, we are looking at just over 7, about 7.5 inches for this figure. So he's not standing up all the way, he's hitting about that 7.5 mark. I love this coat, but at the same time, like, I mean, it's in a solid pose. It's not going anywhere. You can't do anything with it. So, I mean, you need some kind of like, oh, the wind's blowing on him. You know what I mean? Like, when you're trying to pose him, it does limit like a little bit of what you can do with him, because of the way the coat is, and it does not actually come off. But it is still nonetheless really, really sweet. Now we've got these single joint elbows on him. So they seem to like those single joint elbows. We've got that bicep twist. We've got our classic, you know, whatever you want to call it, shoulders. Just real basic. And then of course with those being pegged in there, I don't even think these have twist or bend action to them at all. I think they're just straight pegged in hands. They are. So you're going to get that twist at the wrist just because of the way that they are, but you're not going to get that action that most figures these days come with. Now for the head, you got your full articulation there. He's got a little bit of this like upper body twist action here. I don't know. I wouldn't quite call that the ab crunch, because I mean that's usually lower, but you know, it's essentially the same thing. But moving on to the legs. Oh, this one feels tight. Does not seem like the legs really want to move too much. Maybe I just got tight joints. There we go. Tight joints on this guy. I would be careful with him. Maybe give him a little heat treatment before you start messing around with him, because his leg joint there does not seem to want to move, and makes me wonder if it even does move. But you can see that joint right there. That little circle, you can see that it does have that joint in it. So I mean, he does move, but that might be, there we go. I can't figure out where that joint's supposed to be at, but we've got that full twist, and we've got that single on the knee, and then we've got just back and forth for the legs. That feels a little bit loose. I don't really like that. These upper hip twists here, I don't like that. They feel really, really loose. I don't know if it's just this figure particularly or what it is, but interesting. He is not a bad figure at all. I was not super thrilled looking at him in the packaging, but he actually does look pretty sweet and pretty accurate. The things that I do have a minor nitpick with, let's see if we can get a little bit better look here. Now, all of this right here just seems to be kind of sloppily painted. I feel like it could have had a much better paint job on it, and the definition for all of his muscle and everything like didn't really come out too well. So like I wonder if like maybe it's just a poor quality or if like that's just how all of them look. I'm not entirely sure. And then that face, I'm particular with my Gambits. You can see that with the hair, they tried doing the hairstyle that I like for him, but it came off very flat. It needed more volume, poof, whatever you want to call it, to the hair. That's my only nitpick with it. Not really a gripe, just a nitpick. I feel like it needed to be a little poofier to really get that like hairstyle effect across. Why are we losing focus? There we go. But the detailing on this coat is really, really good. I like this, how you got all these ridges here and everything. You can like feel them and stuff. It looks really nice. And then that's another thing that I really like about this versus others. He's got all of this like scruff, scuff, dirt, grit, whatever you want to call it, all over him, all of that wear and tear. You can see it. You got all of that different shading. That's done really nice. Too many people just give you that clean coat, and it's just like, realistically, that's not a clean coat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, superheroing is definitely a dirty job. Let's see here if we can. He is moving all over on us now. We adjusted him out of his box. I am not liking that. Yeah, that he's not holding these poses anymore now that I started messing with him. Hopefully that's not. Let's try. Just stay. Let's see if we can get one of these in either of these hands. I mean, honestly, at this point, like, can we just get something on you here? Is there a way that you can really hold this at all? Because, like, you'd want him to hold it in the middle, you would think, like, so that it could come out like this. He's just falling all over the place. The stand, though. I love this stand. I would buy multiple of these just for these stands. But where did that little card go? There it is. Like, you can see, even the little card, he doesn't really want to hold that too well. You can get that in there pretty well, and he does look pretty sweet. Like right there, that's the money shot. Oh. See if we can get that to focus there. Yep, that's the money shot right there. I don't think it's going to focus the way I want it to. Oh well. He still looks sweet. What else to really say about him? The face. I feel like they don't do the greatest with their faces. In all honesty, I just don't see, like, most of them, I do have issues with their faces. For some reason, on their selects, their action figures, I don't like the faces. Usually on the statues in the galleries, they usually look a lot better, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. He doesn't look bad at all. He's definitely a good-looking figure. He's pretty solid and everything. I'm pretty overall happy with this one. Outside of the fact I can't figure out how to get him with these effects. Like, I feel like I would need to get another stand, like a clear stand or something, and like have it like coming out from him and him like with his hand out or something, and there we go, just throwing him around again. But yeah, if you guys find a way to like utilize this in a good manner, just shoot me a picture in the comments, because I'm interested to see how other people are figuring this out. Because honestly, at this point, I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to customize a hand for him or a stand or something. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys.